Hello, Watem here, and welcome back to small Higurashi When They Cry. This time it's a rare morning Watem here doing this, so yeah, a bit tired. Anyway, they told him to immediately stop researching military applications of the disease and destroy all the research data related to that. And I'm sure everything turned out okay. And there is no problems. Ever. Moving on. He had little interest in weaponizing the disease anyway, so Irie accepted those terms right away. Tokyo probably believed it was better to let him find a cure for the disease than to terminate the project entirely. At this point, Irie considers himself one of the villagers. Perhaps exterminating the disease infecting the villagers without their knowledge is his way of atoning for using the village to advance his research and reputation. Both Tokyo and Irie agreed to fully terminate his research as soon as he discovered a way to completely eradicate Higurashi syndrome. Irie made a plan for the next 3 years, and he promised them that he would find a resolution by 1986 at the latest. The meeting they had this June was to discuss the plan and budget for the next 3 years. Which brings us back to the beginning. One theory goes that Irie is in opposition of Tokyo, and as his trump card, he's planning to kill Rika Furude. For some reason. The other theory is that Tsukano killed Tomitake, and as her trump card, she's gonna kill Rika Furude. Yay! Fun. I suppose I need to explain why Rika Furude can be a trump card. The answer to that lies in the ancient traditions of Hinamizawa. Supposedly, members of the Furude family have the blood of Oyashiro-sama in their veins. I explained earlier that Oyashiro-sama was made up as a method for having people cope with the disease. What about Hanyu? I'm noticing a very distinct lack of Hanyu in all of this. However, that's actually not true. For the demons, the pathogens, to survive, a certain being must be present. That being is the successor of the Furude family line. The truth behind the advent of Oyashiro-sama, and the coexistence of humans and demons, is that Oyashiro-sama was actually the queen of the village. According to Irie's research, Rika is adored by the whole village, not only because she's a charming little girl, but because she's the queen carrier. Infected patients are unconsciously driven to protect their queen. Irie says this is done with pheromones. Rika Furude's mother was also adored by everyone since she was little. However, as soon as she gave birth, people's attention quickly shifted to Rika. Irie calls it the succession of the throne. Just wondering, mechanically how it works, because there's quite a bit which goes on to separate us from offspring physically. I've forgotten what it's called. Oh, yeah. The queen is a precious existence for people in this village. There are theories that carriers of the disease are actually unable to survive when away from the queen, rather than location, I guess. Not from the village itself. Irie's research indicates that the queen can only survive in Hinamizawa, and infected patients can only stay alive when they're around her. But this is just a theory. Again. Surprisingly, however, the doctor who first discovered the syndrome was also aware of the existence of the queen. That doctor was also knowledgeable about Hinamizawa's culture, and he was interested in how much value the village placed on the Furude family. I wonder who this doctor guy was. He theorized that the queen lying in the Furude bloodline might have the power to manipulate the whole village. The truth is still unknown, But perhaps the Furude family really has held such power since ancient times. A miraculous power that would make them perfect for serving in the priesthood. Although the only thing Rika can do is be doted upon by the villagers. No extra powers there at all, no. Absolutely none. If all this is true, then the question is what would happen if the queen disappeared from the village? During the war, the doctor prophesied that if the queen were to die, then all the infected would show terminal symptoms. The whole village would be wiped out. He advocated the strict preservation of the queen's host. Rika is important to Tokyo, not only because Irie found many answers after running tests on her body, but surely, if there's only one queen and gets passed on to the child, surely there would have been cases where the child dies before they have their first child. Because this has been going on for hundreds of years. Surely at least once in that time, such a situation would have occurred. So that seems a bit odd. If Rika Furude dies, the 2,000 people in Hinazawa will turn into demons. It would happen too fast for people to even realize that they're getting sick. They will each be overcome with a violent persecution complex and start killing each other out of fear. This is why the mountain dogs are protecting the queen, Rika Furude. Her death spells the end of the whole village. That's why Rika Furude is a trump card for those who know that she's the center of the whole epidemic. This is the story of Hinazawa. Our tale begins in June 1983. Tokyo's liaison, Tomotake's, was found dead of the disease, even though he was vaccinated against it. On the same night, Takano was also kidnapped and murdered. Yeah, totally. Though I don't know for sure if she's really dead or not. Rika Furude is also going to be murdered soon enough. While I've suspected Irie and Takano, this is my first time doubting Tokyo. I always thought that they were on my side. They had to be. My death would lead to nothing but disaster. At the same time, there might be people within Tokyo who could use my death as a trump card. I never considered that there were opposing factions within Tokyo. I guess I was naive enough to not realize that Tokyo had internal problems due to the generation gap. Anyway, I have just woken up. Anyway, I wouldn't be feeling this way if I didn't suspect that Takano might still be alive. I feel like I'm starting to see the greater picture. It's possible that Takano is the victim and Irie is the bad guy. The mountain dogs might be on my side, or there might be assassins who are trying to kill me. Yeah, no. I was too scared to choose a wine that might be at risk of having something poisonous mixed in. In which case, I could rest assured with a fresh, unopened bottle, even if it was a little bad. After telling everything to my friends, I finally realized that I could only trust them and the police. I'm really dumb. I thought I was thinking so hard, but I never actually understood anything. After all this time, I made things clear just by talking about them with my friends. I'd never have thought it would make such a big difference. I mean, that's what they've been telling you this entire path. Talk to your friends.
み、僕の話はこれで終わりなのです。
As I thought, everyone was staring at me with their mouths open in shock. Even Moishi wouldn't believe a story like this. That's only normal. I'm sure I sound like a crazy person.
さとこ、 僕たちが毎週診療所に研究のお手伝いに行っていますですよね。あれは入江の研究に協力しているだけではないのです。聡子の治療のためでもあったのです。
そうだ、そういえば聡子が病気みたいなことを言ってたよな。
私が
リカの話なら私だけじゃなく、この村に住むみんながその怪しげな病気にかかってることになるんじゃありませんの？
Yeah, well, you're not exactly the epitome of health.
でも、どうして私だけがお注射しなくちゃいけないんですの？監督の作っている新型の栄養剤の実験じゃないんでございますの？
聡子は一度末期症状を迎えてしまっているのです。だから日に2回のお注射がないとすぐに症状がぶり返してしまうのです。入江は聡子を救おうと特に熱心に研究してくれていました。でも毎日2回の注射をしなくてもいい体にはどうしても戻す方法が見つけられなかった。
So it seems that they can vaccinate to prevent you from getting it, but once you have it, they can't really get rid of it, it seems.
でもいつか見つけると意気込んで今日も熱心に研究を続けてくれていますです。
冗談じゃないですわよ。私たち監督の怪しげな研究に協力してお金をいただいてるんじゃありませんの？
I mean, why can't you do both?
あんな注射一生やれなんて冗談っぽいでございましたよ。
Sadako looked upset that she had been completely ignorant of all this. She also didn't want to accept the reality of having to manage her condition. Her fake laughter sadly echoed in everyone's ears. Keiichi opened his mouth to speak.
その注射を1回でもしないとあの日みたいになるんだな。
There was a day where she forgot to take her shot. She convinced herself that the principal was her uncle. Her fear escalated, and she thought her uncle came inside the school to take her back home. Once she feels that way, there's no turning back for her.
そうです。だから僕は聡子がお注射を忘れないように毎日しつこく言っているのです。
I wonder if, like, Rika being the host, the queen is, like, really affected by it. Also, I think they mentioned earlier how, like, well, the others went mad, Mion never did, for some reason, so I'm wondering, oh, maybe if, like, the heads of the families count? So Mion got something as his successor. Although technically, it's Shion who should have been the successor. So who knows there? Maybe Mion's just mentally strong or something.
そんな信じられませんわ。大体何なんですの末期症状って。私だけそんなの嫌ですわよ。どうして私がいつそんな末期症状になったって言うんですの？
Sadako's face contorted as tears began to flow from her eyes. I shouldn't have said this. Sadako's starting to remember things. Something she's not supposed to.
ごめん、聡子。思い出さなくていいのです。 あれは事故なのです。聡子は何も悪くないのですよ。
嘘ですわ、嘘ですわ。リカは全部嘘ばっかりなんですわ。
The others probably had no idea what Sadako was talking about. They didn't need to know. They don't want to know about it because they're her friends. Rena gently touched Sadako's shoulder. She gently touched mine too.
私たちはリカちゃんの話ちゃんと信じてるよ。ありがとうです。そして今まで自分一人でよくそれだけの大変なことを背負ってきたね。リカちゃんは偉いよ。たった一人で今日まで人に言えない秘密を背負ってきたんだね。
You have no idea. I never thought Rena would say something like that to me. My eyes were filling up with tears.
人に話せない秘密を背負うってのは悲しくて重いよね。
Come on, we've got one more secret.
私のはリカちゃんに比べたら全然大したことないけどさ。少しはわかるつもりだよ。
そうですね。お姉もよく頑張ってます。お姉になすりつけて楽させてもらってるからよくわかりますよ。
みんなは僕の話を疑わないのですか？
どうして疑うんだよ。全部信じるって言ったじゃねえか。むしろ村の秘密が解けたような気がして俺はすっきりしたくらいだぜ。そのひなみ沢症候群という病気は感染症で村に住んでる人はみんなかかってるのかな？
はい、みんななのです。でも昔とは違います。鬼が淵村の頃に比べるとこの病気はとてもおとなしくなりましたです。だから別に遠くへ引っ越しても平気ですし、旅行だってへっちゃらなのです。
ただしものすごく低い確率で発症するってんだろ。俺怖くてもう村を出られねえな。
もし病気にかかっても簡単な心構えで病気は抑えられるのです。それはとても簡単だけど難しいこと。
Simple in theory, hard in practice? I'm guessing. You think you might be suspicious of someone? Don't be! Okay, yep. Continue to trust in them. When you become too suspicious of someone, that suspicion will degenerate into a persecution complex, and it will be too late. As long as everyone stays friendly and united, we will never have to worry about this disease. This disease starts with anxiety. Modern people don't believe in curses the way people long ago did. That might be why we're more tolerant to the disease.
なんだ、なら私たちは全然平気だね。
I guess that's why him and Zara always bounce together.
だな。俺たちは仲間で部活メンバーで家族なんだぞ。間違っても仲間を疑ったりするもんか。だからリカちゃんの話俺は丸ごと信じるぞ。そんなヤバい話をすれば俺たちがその山犬って連中に消されるかもしれないって思ってずっと言えなかったわけだろ。
I nodded quietly. I don't want to think that the mountain dogs have bugged this room. But if Okanuki overhears this conversation, they will definitely kill not only me, but all of my friends tonight. That's true no matter who my enemy is.
ま、だとするとすぐに部活メンバーは臨戦態勢に入った方が良さそうだね。状況を整理しよう。リカちゃんを殺すと大惨事になると信じてる連中が リカちゃんの命を狙う可能性がある。間違いないね。
可能性でなく、必ず殺しに来ますです。どうかな。リカちゃんが切り札ならそんな簡単に切っちゃう？
そうでございますわよ。切り札は殿下の宝刀。向かないうちが花ですもの。
Sadeko's eyes were still swollen, but she had stopped crying.
甘いですね、さとこ。切り札は2枚以上あるときに限り、すぐ1枚切ります。そうだね。人質は複数で初めて成立する。一人の人質の価値は複数の時に比べて格段に落ちるからね。
とにかく向こうの状況がさっぱりわからねえ以上、殺されないなんて楽観はありえねえな。
Everyone nodded in unison.
みーちゃんは山犬って人たちをどう思う？敵かな？味方かな？
それは問題じゃないだろうね。僕は善良な狼ですって人に羊の番を頼むかい？疑わしきは黒でございましたよ。
Yes, all suspicious people were bad guys. However, no one is suspicious. Trust in everyone.
その東京とかいう連中と全く関わりのない人たちに助けを求めた方がいいですわね。
Dear.
だな。その意味ではリカちゃんが即警察に応援を求めたのは迅速ないい判断ってことになるぜ。大石さんは俺たちの味方なんだよな。
はい。大石には全てを話してはいませんので、僕の命を狙っているのを連続開始事件の犯人、つまり村人の大石さんにも真実を話した方がいいと思うな。はい、大石には全てを話してはいませんので、僕の命を狙っているのを連続開始事件の犯人、つまり村人の誰かだと信じてるようです。
So he thinks of the culprit behind of the curse. Okay.
大人の力は重要だよ。
リスクのある一手ですわね。かえって嘘くさくなって手を引かれるとまずいんではありませんの？
いや、大石さんには話そう。あの人今年が定年で昔殺された友達の仇を討つ最後のチャンスだって言ってた。だからきっとどんな嘘くさい話でも信じてくれると思うんだ。
うん。大石さんは聡子ちゃんを助ける時にも警察の立場でありながら私たちに協力してくれた。頼もしい味方になってくれると思うな。
よし、大石には話そう。で、大石は今はしょ？
いえ、隣の県に行っています。高野の死体を確かめに。
ああ、隣の県の山の中でしたっけ？ドラム缶の中で黒焦げって話。でもなんでわざわざ大石ともあろう人が直々なんでしょうね。
高野の死体が違う可能性があるらしいのです。現地の県警が協力的じゃなくてあやふやなことを言ってるらしいです。
その山犬って連中は機密保持と情報操作が仕事じゃなかったっけ？私はなんだかその死体おかしいなって思うね。というかあの人おとなしく焼いたくらいで死ぬとは思えないんだよね。
もちろん入江が黒幕で高野を殺した可能性もありますです。山犬のおこのぎはそうだと言っていますです。
監督が黒幕ってことはねえだろ
Yeah, I mean, for the information specialist, you would expect them to know, to a more degree of certainty.
あの人は悪い人じゃねえと思うんだ。
そうですわよ。目と意と動発言禁止にしてくれれば基本的にはいい人でございますのよ。
And yeah, for the last while, he's been busy helping them with Sadako. Meanwhile, Takano and Okanagi have been somewhat quiet, let's just say. Coach wasn't really in a position to prepare for killing the two of them.
私もひなみ沢ファイターズの幽霊マネージャーとして監督は黒幕なんて玉じゃないと思います。
Although I guess to be fair, he could have others do it. Although they have said that it's basically he's isolated from everyone else in the clinic. Although maybe I guess Rika wouldn't necessarily know that, and so he can push some of the blame onto others, I guess. I don't know.
どっちかというと利用される感じの人です。いい人すぎるというか。
はあ、誰も高野さんの肩を持ってあげない。
いやさ、監督と高野さんどっちが悪い人ですかって聞かれたらなあ。
高野さんが聞いたら怒りますわね。
Everyone laughed, as though we were in the middle of a club activity. If they're after my life, they'll kill everyone here. It's very possible that they'll all get involved in this mess, and they know that. They could still laugh. They could still laugh. It's really significant, I think. I started laughing along too.
客観的に見て高野さんだけ隣の県で死体が見つかるのがすでにおかしいよ。
I guess put there so that like different police departments would have difficulty kind of and cause confusion, at least until they were ready to kill Rika.
富武さんを殺した風に偽装するなら死体は絶対に見つからないところに隠す。
I wonder what they've been preparing for this whole time.
山中での焼きなんて見つけてくださいって言ってるようなもんだもん。
うん、レナもそう思うな。警察の管轄の及ばない県外で見つかった身元の確認しにくい焼死体を高野さんということにしようとしている気がする。
And they wanted it to be discovered so that she couldn't possibly be the suspect.
その山犬って人たちはそういうのが本職なんでしょ。
なら構図が見えてきたぞ。山犬ってのは高野さんの部下なんだろ。山犬の隊長は監督が黒幕なんだって主張してるんだろ。高野さんと山犬ってのはグルだな。
富武さんのあの死に方は監督が殺したと思わせるためなんですわね。そしてそれがわかるのは東京だけ。そして本当の黒幕の高野さんの死体も見つかり、監督は東京に2人を殺したことを疑われて濡れ衣を着せられる。なるほど、これはなかなか凝った罠でございますわね。爪がいまいちでございますけど。
And so they fake his suicide.
その濡れ衣ってのにも山犬って連中が関わってそうだね。
なあ、そうと分かったら監督に直接話を聞いてみないか。
Making it so that you've got the perfect alibi, and the people who know the truth are dead and can't speak.
その方が早いぞ。
I think I'll end it here for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments, and sorry for mispronunciation and everything from being early in the morning. Yeah, until next time. See ya.